Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Kurt Vonnegut to our campus on this special day for our graduates.
Hello. I like your generation a lot, and I have no name for it, and I hope nobody else comes up with one. Your elders love you and wish you much luck and expect great things from you. Now, thank you and bless you and those who made it possible for you to study at this great American university. By becoming informed and reasonable and capable adults, you made this a better world than it was before. Have we met before? No, but I've thought a lot about people like you. You men here are Adam. You women here are Eve. Who hasn't thought a lot about Adam and Eve? This is Eden, and you're about to get kicked out. Why? You ate the knowledge apple, and it's in your tummies now. And who am I? Well, I used to be Adam, but now I'm Methuselah. And who is a serpent among us? Anyone who would strike a child. So what does this Methuselah have to say to you, since he's lived so long? I'll pass on to you what another Methuselah said to me. He's Joe Heller, of Catch-22. We were at a party on Long Island given by a multi-billionaire, and I said to Joe, how does it make you feel to realize that this man, our host only yesterday, probably earned more money than Catch-22, one of the most popular books of all time, has earned in its publishing history worldwide over the past 40 years. And Joe said to me, I have something he can never have. And I said, what's that? And Joe Heller said, the knowledge that I've got enough. Now, his example may be a comfort to many of you, Adams and Eves, who in later years will have to admit that something has gone terribly wrong, and that despite the education you received here, you have not become billionaires. Now, this can happen to people who are interested in something other than money or the bottom line. We call such people saints, or I do. Well-dressed people ask me sometimes with their teeth bared, as though they were about to bite me, if I believe in a redistribution of wealth. I can only reply that it doesn't matter what I think, that wealth is already being redistributed every hour, often in ways which were absolutely fantastic. Nobel Prizes are peanuts when compared with what a linebacker for the Cowboys makes in a single season. For about 100 years now, the most lucrative prize for a person who had made a really meaningful contribution to the culture of the world, as a physicist, a chemist, physiologist, a physician, a writer, a maker of peace, has been the Nobel Prize. It is about $1 million now. Those dollars come, incidentally, from a fortune made by a Swede who mixed clay with nitroglycerin and gave us dynamite. Kaboom. Alfred Nobel intended that his prizes make the planet's most valuable inhabitants independently wealthy, so not be inhibited or bent this way or that by powerful politicians or patrons. But $1 million is only a white chip now in the worlds of sports and entertainment, on Wall Street, in many lawsuits, as compensation for executives of our larger corporations. $1 million in the tabloids and on the evening news is chump change in 1998. And I'm reminded of a scene in the W.C. Fields movie in which he is watching a poker game in a saloon in a gold rush town. Field announces his presence by putting a $100 bill on the table. Nobody looks up. Finally, one of them says, give him a white chip. But the cost of a college education, a minor fraction of $1 million, is anything but chump change for most Americans. Have academic degrees in the past been passports to international glory, to wealth grotesquely out of scale with the needs of ordinary families? In a few cases, Rice can no doubt name a handful of celebrities who came from here. Larry McMurtry, I know about. But most graduates from Rice are from Harvard or Oxford or the Sorbonne or any place you care to name, have been of use locally rather than nationally. They have commonly been rewarded with modest but adequate amounts of money and even less fame. In place of fame, they may have had to be content with someone's seemingly heartfelt thanks for something well done from time to time. In time, this will prove to have been the destiny of most, but not all, of the Adams and Eves in this, the class of 1998 at Rice, and on the graduate students as well, and of the graduate students as well. They will find themselves building or strengthening their communities. Please love such a destiny if it turns out to be yours. For communities are all that is substantial about what we create or defend or maintain in this world. All the rest is hoopla. For your footloose generation, that community could as easily be in New York City or Washington, D.C. or Paris as in Houston or Adelaide, Australia or Shanghai or Kuala Lumpur. Mark Twain, at the end of a profoundly meaningful life for which he never received a Nobel Prize, asked himself what it was we all lived for. He came up with 6 words which satisfied him. They satisfy me too. They should satisfy you. The good opinion of our neighbors. Neighbors are people who know you, who can see you, who can talk to you, to whom you may have been of some help or of beneficial stimulation. They are not nearly as numerous as fans say of Madonna or Michael Jordan. To earn their good opinions, you should apply the special skills you have learned here and meet the standards of decency and honor and fair play set by exemplary books and elders. It's even money that one of you will get a Nobel Prize. Want to bet? It's only $1 million, but what the heck? That's better than a sharp stick of the eye, as the saying goes. This speech is now almost twice as long as the most efficient oration ever uttered by an American, Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. Lincoln was murdered by a ham actor. The founder of this university, Mr. Rice, was murdered for his money. Both were idealists, and the good they did lives after them. Up to this point, the speech has been new stuff written for this place and this occasion, but every graduation address I've delivered has ended, and this one will too, with old stuff about my Uncle Alex Vonnegut, my father's kid brother. Uncle Alex, a Harvard graduate, was locally useful as an honest insurance agent in Indianapolis. He was also well-read and wise. One thing which Uncle Alex found objectionable about human beings was that they seldom took time out to notice when they were happy. He himself did his best to acknowledge it when times were sweet. We could be drinking lemonade in the shade of an apple tree in the summertime, and he would interrupt the conversation to say, "If this isn't nice, what is?" So I hope that you Adams and Eves here will do the same for the rest of your lives. When things are going sweetly and peacefully, please pause a moment and then say out loud, "If this isn't nice, what is?" Now that's one favor I've asked of you. Now I ask another one. I ask it not only of the graduates, but of everyone here, including faculty, is keep your eyes on them. I want a show of hands when I ask this question. How many of you have had a teacher at any level in your education who made you more excited to be alive, prouder to be alive, than you had previously believed possible? Hold up your hands, please. Good. All right, now take down your hands and say the name of that teacher to someone sitting or standing near you. All right, take your hands down. All done? If this isn't nice, what is? It's springtime. Hey, presto. God bless you. Thank you.